Ni No Kuni is a game about a wee boy and he cries in one of his favourite cuddly toys and it comes to life and it's magical. And I've got no pals, so I thought I'd cry in this wee guy here and see if he'd come to life, but it's just no working in him. And it's no working in any of these ones either. Real life is rubbish.
Here at BitSocket, we try to keep our reviews short and snappy, which makes reviewing Ni No Kuni really bloody difficult because there's so much I want to tell you about this game. There's so much to love and so little time. Let's get the basics out of the way first. Ni No Kuni is a Japanese RPG collaboration between Level-5 and Studio Ghibli. This means that we get Level-5's sublime RPG making experience mixed with Studio Ghibli's beautiful artwork and design hallmarks. The most immediately apparent thing about this relationship is that, quite simply, this game is beautiful. The cel-shaded cartoon world does a great job of seamlessly replicating Studio Ghibli's hand-drawn animated cutscenes.
And we're off to another world! Hey, wait!
There aren't many beautiful worlds to explore in games nowadays, so it feels like we've been spoiled to be able to explore this one. And you'll be exploring every nook and cranny in this world with a big stupid grin on your face for ages. Like classic JRPGs of years gone by, Ni No Kuni features a massive world map. It's just blatant fan-pleasing generosity from Level 5. The first time I set foot onto this world map, I was thinking, God, this game's bloody huge. Then I found out there was a whole other bit after that, a massive desert, and I thought again, fuck's sake, this game's massive. Then I got to a seaside town and left port in a boat for the first time, and I realised how staggeringly massive this world truly is. And I'm glad about that, because Ni No Kuni's world is one that I just never wanted to leave. And if you're a fan of classic RPGs, you won't want to either. It's not just the world map that's steeped in JRPG tradition either. Ni No Kuni is like a big mixing pot of all the best ideas from the genre. You, as Oliver, will be exploring puzzle-filled dungeons, using magic, collecting adorable monsters, aye, like Pokemon, and getting stuck into plenty of battles to level up. Thankfully, the fights aren't random, so you're free to fight or flee as you wish. It's worth getting involved though, because the fighting system is simple but has plenty of tactical depth. You can take control of anyone in your team or any of their familiars and cast magic and attack in semi-real time, the action only pausing so you can choose some of the more advanced moves and change targets. You'll quickly have to get to grips with how your team all works together, because some of the baddies are relentless. If I can give you any advice for the bigger fights, I'd say to explore every aspect of your team's move list and never get cocky, because this game puts up a hell of a challenge at times. Now, I have to make it clear that despite beginning with a heartbreaking death in young Oliver's family, this is a game full of light-hearted whimsy. While the game touches on some pretty deep themes, including domestic abuse and bereavement, this is the Studio Ghibli that brought us The Cat Returns rather than Spirited Away. This means it's full of cat kings, puntastic dialogue from animal shopkeepers, magic that lets you borrow enthusiasm from people's hearts, and lots of comedy thanks to probably the best game character ever written.
You just witnessed the rebirth of Drippy, Lord of the Fairies.
Who?
What, are you deaf or something? Drippy, Lord of the Fairies, I said, didn't I?
Ollie Boy's cuddly toy, Drippy, Lord of the Fairies, has had me giggling and chuckling my way through the entire game. Everything about him is perfect. His design, his animation, his wee serious face and the brilliantly written Welsh script for him. He's enough to convince you that this is the way the makers originally intended the game to be, rather than a translation of a Japanese character. I don't want to spoil anything by showing you footage, but a trip to Drippy's home village is an early highlight of the game, with stand-up comedy and a brilliant innuendo-filled adventure inside. Well, you'll see.
That's right, your ancient ship. We're off to give Shadar a right royal hiding.
You? Why?
Promise me you will see the way. So much love and attention and sheer good-heartedness has went into making this game, from masters of their craft at work. In an age when swathes of people were ignorantly willing to write off an entire country's output, it's great to see a game like this come out of Japan. Ni No Kuni is such a wonderful experience throughout. It serves as a much needed reminder that Japan is still the king at making timeless, classic games that people will love for years to come. This is a game that beckons you to journey to another world. Like the stories you read when you were wee, the films you fell in love with growing up, and the games you'll always remember in your heart. It might just have you trying to bring your cuddly toys to life too.